What's going on, guys? My name is Perky, and today I'm bringing you an intro to the character customization and general character development screens. So what we're looking at here is the initial screen when you log in. This is how you traverse the system that you can play in. You start with Mercury unlocked, and you can click on what level you want to go to, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about mostly Arsenal. Now, Arsenal is a very important screen that you'll get very accustomed to, so I'm going to start off by giving you a little tutorial of this. So let's click on Arsenal here. It's going to bring up this screen. Now, this screen here shows 4 different levels. This is going to be your Warframe, which is your actual character, your actual armor level, and you can click on this and see I own Excalibur as well. If I click on this, it's going to show that he is also level 30. This level is dependent on your character. So if I were to build, say, Meg, that person would start at level 1, but my Rhino and Excalibur would stay at level 30, if that makes sense. Now, this is your list of skills. You can read over these to see how to use those. 1 through 4 is the general default key system for that. If you click on these wrenches, though, this is how you're going to customize your character, and this is going to be a very important screen for you. Customizing your character through this wrench system, it's going to bring you here. Now, you're going to get 1 mod capacity per level. If you install a reactor or a catalyst, depending on what you're looking at, this thing right here, then you double that mod capacity, and that's what I've done. So I've got 60 mod capacity, and if we look over here, this is your installed mods. So you see this number 2? That's how many spaces I have left to use. If I were to say, let's go to the last page here, if I can figure out how to do that. If I were to take this off, see this number here? Wow, I can't even do it. Okay, in the right side of the card, that 8, that's how many mod capacity it's going to take. So if I take this off, this is going to show 10, because this was 8, right? It's as simple as that. And if you look in the left corner, or left side of this card, there are 3 white lines on this particular card, and there's 2 black lines. Now, that's the highest level that it can reach. Right now, this card is level 3. It starts at level 0, and you can combine cards, combine mods, combine fusion cores. That's another tutorial for later. But you can combine stuff to gain levels here, and that's going to raise the requirement for mod capacity by 1. So if I were to go 1 more bar up on the left there, this reach is going to take 8 spaces rather than 7. I mean, simple as that. Also, very important thing to look at is polarity. Now, polarity is kind of a weird word for this game, but basically what that means is this top right symbol in your card. And I can't hover over it because otherwise it fucking expands the card. Okay, so the symbol in the top right corner of the card, if it matches the symbol in this black space here, it's going to cut the mod capacity required in half. So you see, that takes 4 instead of 7 now, which is awesome thing, and very important that you pay attention to it, because if you were to, say, put this one here, it now takes 10 instead of 8. See how I don't have that polarity matched up? The V in the top right corner of continuity is not matching with this 2 bars, and it brings it up to 10 mod capacity instead of 8. So, very important that you pay attention to that. Now, I've got these in some polarity slots as well. And that's something that might weigh in when you're actually building your weapons. You know, how many polarity slots they have. And, yeah, if we look at our other guns here, this gun is only level 25. You can see that it's got 50 mod capacity because it does have a catalyst in there. So that's doubling the mod capacity. Now, buying catalysts, I found like 2 or 3 blueprints for catalysts. I got pretty lucky. But in order to buy them, otherwise, you'd have to spend 20 platinum on these in the market. And you can go to the market and kind of see what's for sale. But, yeah, it's like 20 platinum, which is, I don't know, I think 75 platinum is $5. So you can kind of figure out how you want to deal with that. I mean, some people buy it, some people just farm it. Either way, it's pretty rare. So, I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, that's pretty much how everything works, is that as you gain levels, you get either 1 or 2 extra mod capacity, depending on whether or not you have that in there. And, you know, I got 3 extra spaces. I could spend some money and upgrade this if I had more. Another important thing to pay attention to is while each individual weapon has a rank, your overall level is listed up here. So I have a level 3. Now some things are going to be weapon locked or XP locked until certain levels. For example, if I were to look at buying a new weapon, this Heck, if I were to buy it, even though it looks like it's free, it says the Heck item has a level requirement of 4, but you are level 3. So when that actually unlocks, when I gain this last sliver of experience, that means that I'll be able to see how much it's actually going to cost me. So XP locked is something that might get annoying because some things look like they're free, and they're definitely not. For example, Rhino here, he was a level 2 requirement, and I thought he was free. I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna build him right away. And he's definitely, he costs a lot of money. So another thing that's important to look at here, not so much about character customization, but since it's up, I might as well tell you, the alert mission is listed right here. Now, alert missions are basically missions that disappear after a certain amount of time, in this case 22 minutes and 9 seconds. And if we click on it, it's going to have higher than average reward. And sometimes there's going to be a question mark, which means you get something special. So this 2,900, whereas normally we get, say, 1,100 per mission, and they're usually not even that much harder. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. Another thing that could be useful here is in the gear section, you can actually put some stuff into your inventory. Now, for long missions, you may need some ammo. So you can click on the slot, click on the item you want, hit equip if you have it, buy if you don't, and then it'll load up in here. If you push Q in game, it'll load up the screen allowing you to select those, which is pretty fantastic. And yeah, I believe that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I hope it was informative and not too boring. I know tutorials can't exactly be the most exciting thing in the world, but hopefully this helped you guys. I will talk to you guys later.